doing tomorrow, by the way? Oh, there you go.
Oh, we'll talk about it. Yo, what up? It's your boy Owen JJ Stone, aka Black Gritty. Welcome to another episode and season of Gritty Nights. This is my first show back because football's back and I actually care about things that are going on. The Phillies are in a groove right now, making me happy. But I got a guest tonight. I was supposed to have two guests. One guest didn't show up, but it's okay because I got another guest. I got a backup guest. That was the first guest. That was supposed to be the other guest. He's been on the show before. I got him back on because last year we had a good run with him being on episodes, and he and I were predicting very boldly things that were going down, and we were real accurate with our choices. When everybody was saying, "I'm not guaranteeing nothing," me and this guy were guaranteeing a lot of things that came to fruition. What's up, Fit Daddy?
What's going on?
What's up, man? Yeah, last season I look back at some of the things we were talking about. Like we were talking crazy. We were talking real greasy. And week after week, it kept coming true. You know what I mean? It kept coming true. So I was like, oh, let me get you back on for the season start so we can rack up what we think is going to happen and talk about how we feel and be positive about our quarterback, about our coach. My coach, Nick Sirianni now.
Your coach, Nick Sirianni.
that I have bent the knee to. So it's just it's good to have football back. How you been, brother? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm still riding this wave of the Super Bowl champion. I know that the players and the coach are like, we're not defending anything. We're moving on. I'm not moving on from nothing. Okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm basking in it. And it's been good, man. Kids are back in school now. So it's all about the birds.
Man, look, the kid thing, I'm retired, brother. My daughter started college today. She got her own car. She got her own job. She got her own money. I forgot what it's like not having to go to a softball game an hour and a half away or go to a wrestling match 2 hours away and sit on a bench for 4 hours waiting for my kid to do something. And I'm like, how you retired? I'm like, my kid's on autopilot now, baby.
Done.
Unless the cops call, I ain't really got
much.
Good. I ain't got much to do right now. So I'm living it up as far as that's concerned. But yeah, kids back in school. I know a lot of people happy about that. I was like, my finger was hurting going through Facebook. First day pictures, you know what I mean? First day, just like. So I'm sure that you get a little reprieve from that. Even though you got like a trust fund for the kids?
Hell no, I got no trust fund.
You need a trust fund for the kids. All these dad jokes, you know what I mean?
No.
All these videos and your Sigmas and your 6-7s. You know what I mean? These kids doing a lot of research for you, brother. You gotta throw them a bone. You know what I mean? They gonna
No. I do. I hook them up. They got a little something.
All right. I'm just trying to get on the record for the kids. You know what I'm saying? For the kids. Uncle O always looking out for y'all. Y'all know that, kids. Y'all know.
Do it for the kids.
So Cowboys week. It's so weird because do you call it raising the banner or dropping the banner? Are you a raise the banner guy or drop the banner guy?
Dropping the. See, now you got me. Dropping the banner. Raising the banner.
Okay, see, this a question because I like, so since the Cowboys, I like saying dropping the banner, like I'm dropping the banner on their head, like I'm dropping it on them. But you kind of raise the banner up to the rafters. You know what I mean? So and we talked about this on when I was with E-Rock. The last time we had a ceremony, which was our first official Super Bowl ceremony in our lifetimes anyway, it got cut short. So I really don't even remember what happened. There was that lightning storm. Everything went real quick. I wasn't at the game. So I don't remember if they already had it raised and they dropped the covering, or do they drop the covering and raise it? So, I mean, you're going to be in the house on Thursday. So you're going to be up close and personal. And you're gonna be able to see it, but
I think it's definitely it's raising the banner, for sure. Yeah, you got to raise the banner up. I know they're gonna be dropping it, but like they're raising the banner, and the Cowboys are gonna have to watch them raise that.
They are. CeeDee Lamb yesterday was interviewed and they asked him about it. He's like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna go out there on the field and watch it." He's like, "I got a lot of brothers over there. Sometimes it's bigger than just a rivalry, but I got a lot of friends over there, and it's motivation for me. It's a motivation for Jerry." Is a motivation for Jerry. So before we even talk about ourselves, what do you think about the Micah Parsons trade? Like, besides the fact of all the hoo-ha, like, do you think that either team won the trade, or do you feel like, oh man, I got to worry more about the Packers now, or what are you thinking about it?
So now that I've had time to think about it, and then some other things have come out too since that trade. In the long term, I think the Cowboys are actually going to win that trade. In the short term, if Micah Parsons can stay healthy, then the Packers are a definite threat. And I'm not saying that like I'm so scared of the Packers. They are a definite threat to the Eagles because they already had a pretty legit defense, and they just added a stud edge rusher that is, I mean, what, top 2 in the league, maybe top 3. You know what I mean? I can't think of one that might be better. And here's the thing: against us, Micah Parsons has pretty much been a non-factor. I'm not scared of him when he plays us. But as far as how far they can go with him, the defensive side of Green Bay doesn't scare me. Jordan Love has always been the question mark for me. That's where I stand at this point. So defensively, they've always been good. Jordan Love is the question mark for me and really going to be the person that gets them to where they go. So adding Micah does give them an edge, obviously, but I don't think it really changes that much when it comes to the Eagles.
So the lore of Micah Parsons has grown exponentially during this whole situation.
Yep.
They're like, I heard someone on the radio today say he's given them a plus 1.5 defensive ratio, which is the highest of any player getting traded to another player. And I'm like, he is not Reggie White.
No,
he's not Reggie White. So of all time, did they just start making these kind of bets and these numbers going on? Because there's like 4 guys that had 12 sacks that had the same exact numbers. And they're pulling dudes off the Vikings. They got guys off the Bears. Like they just don't have the Cowboys promotional squad. And I'm like, Micah Parsons is good. He's got donut in the playoffs. Yep. You know who's got more than him in the postseason so far, as far as sacks and tackles and rushes? Somebody on our team, very young player, out of Georgia, picked 30th.
Jalen Carter.
Mean, not Carter. See,
no.
Second guess. No, guess another one.
Jordan Davis?
No, guess another one. I like this.
BG?
No. Young
Wait,
player.
who you talking about? Georgia?
Georgia.
I don't know. Tell me who.
I forget his name. That's what I was waiting for you to tell.
That's
what I was talking about. I was just completely honest with you. As soon as I started thinking about it, I forgot. Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith. Okay.
Nolan Smith has more accolades in the postseason than Parsons does. And I'm like, how is that possible? Because Parsons doesn't show up in the postseason. So I think of that. He doesn't show up. Then I think of he did so well at home, which all the Cowboys do. They're front runners at home in that dome.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to be able to do that in Lambeau Field. Lambeau, when it comes to November time, it's ice capades out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if Mike is going to be able to perform to the level of what we made him. Myles Garrett, rain, hail, sleet, or snow, that dude's wrecking games. It doesn't matter where you are, home or abroad. You put that dude on the moon, he is a problem for everybody. But I feel like we give Micah this accolade because of the Cowboys he's the next Lawrence Taylor. That's all I heard is from his rookie year. And so I just don't think he has that big of an impact.
Okay, so that's the way I've always felt about him. And I kind of got dragged into like the lore of Micah Parsons over the trade, dispute, the whole of him wanting out of Dallas. And even before that, I've been on record saying that I just never thought he was as good as people made him out to be, is what it is. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to his game, because obviously, like I say, he's a top 2, top 3 edge rusher. But in the big moments, he kind of does the same thing Dak does. He shrivels up, he disappears, and you don't hear from him. The only sack that Lane had against him last year was against Micah Parsons, but that was in a game where I don't think Jalen was even playing in that game. So it was like, I don't know. It doesn't add up to me. But like I said, when it comes to that Packers team, Micah Parsons is not the X factor in that team. It's going to be Jordan Love. Jordan Love is going to be the X factor in that team. Is he going to step up in the big moments, or is he not? Micah Parsons, you know what he's going to do.
And they're a good team, but I've also seen them fall apart in the postseason.
Yep.
And Jordan Love gets hurt all the time. And it's usually not major injury, but every season he seems to be missing 3 and 4 games 2 times a year. He gets banged up early and he gets banged up late, and he always comes back around for the playoffs. And then it's like, what do you get? And they blew out the Cowboys. Other than that, I haven't seen Jordan Love do anything in the postseason yet. So I do believe that the Cowboys are trying to do this whole Archie Manning thing or whatever they want to do. They want to go 3-4 first-round picks just for the name and sell jerseys. Fine with me, but when a Shadur Sanders is trying to do it, everybody's got a problem. I don't know
exactly
that whole thing, but I mean, I just don't think that Dallas will win no matter what they do, because they have shown the league that, one, they are incompetent when it comes to paying players. Jerry admitted so much that he likes to have the drama, and two, these guys are sitting there not even sticking up for each other anymore. Like, so who's going to go out there to bat for you? AJ Brown's here because Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
I mean, Carter's here because of Davis and other guys that were from Georgia that were vouching for him. N'Kobe Dean saying, hey, he made a mistake, but he's a good guy. He's a good kid. He's a game wrecker. Like, those relationships matter. And the Cowboys just seem like they don't have anybody that they can believe, trust, listen to, or whatever. But, I mean, all that being said, it's great for us, brother.
It is really good for us. I mean, like I said, going into the year, I didn't really see Dallas as a threat, even with Micah on there. I thought they did. I still think they should have ran the table on them last year, but of course we didn't have Jalen in that game. And even without him, I still think that they could have beat the Cowboys. But this year, they're gonna have to put up points. That Cowboys team is gonna have to put up points because that defense is gonna be Swiss cheese. They were the bottom of the list. I think they might have been 2 away from the bottom as far as the run defense, and we had the top 2 run offense. Not much has changed in that season, except for Dallas lost a major player. Yeah. They lost a major player on defense, and they think because they got Kenny Clark that somehow that's going to just drastically change overnight. Come on, be serious.
And they lost their coach.
Yep.
And they lost their coach.
Yep.
And the coach that they have right now, I don't believe in whatsoever. But let's pivot from talking about the Cowboys. That's about as much grace we can give them. I mean, you talked about it because we laughing at them, but I just want to start with that just to get all that out of the way. Jalen Hurts has a lot to prove.
Oh, don't.
There, Dave.
Don't.
He's got a lot to prove. I've heard the Gillios, the Spike Eskrins. I've seen a lot of tweets. There's a lot of other podcasters out here that just hate on Jalen Hurts. What did he do? He don't play like Super Bowl all the time. What are your concerns as far as the offense? Let's start with the offense for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. What are you worried about?
The offense, I think my only fear is I think they are going to try and go away from what they did last year that made them good. And what I mean by that is I think they're going to start going a little bit more pass heavy than they did last year, because they're going to try and prove that Jalen is this guy. And I don't think they need to do that. I think what they need to do is play the offense that works. And there's still so many teams in the league that don't have the best run defenses, and we could just run straight through them. We still got the best offensive line. We still have the best running back, despite all these stupid fantasy football rankings and ratings that are out there right now. I don't want them to go too pass heavy, even though I know Jalen is capable of doing it. And maybe he needed these couple of years to mature with the pass offense. But I don't want to see them try and do something that he really isn't, is the thing. He proved himself already. He doesn't have anything else to prove to anybody. The dude was Super Bowl MVP. He doesn't have a thing to prove to anybody. So that's my only concern. Everything else is pretty much the same. And the only other concern I will say I have on the offense is A.J. Brown. He has this lingering hamstring thing that has been going on over the last couple of seasons, and it seems to be progressing. But I'm seeing that with a lot of receivers this year going in. Justin Jefferson. I think CeeDee Lamb has something going on at one point. But AJ is a real concern for me because he's a huge piece to this offensive puzzle, and always kind of gives you that over the top big play. Same thing with Devontae Smith, but his hamstring seems to be, not where it used to be.
So for me, I'm not worried about Jalen proving anything because, he lost Jason Kelce. He's not going to be able to handle the blitz. Mm-hmm. Well, he handled the blitz, and he's calling protection himself. Okay, no problem. He can't throw the deep ball. Throw the dagger. You do the dagger.
He can't read defenses.
He can't read defenses. Oh, but he's calling audibles because you're stupid and don't understand football. He's calling audibles, flipping plays, getting Saquon in the right position, checking out of runs, checking in the runs. He's reading the defense, and he's doing what he wants to do, and he manipulates the game. The reason he doesn't put up gaudy numbers is because we control the ball in the fourth quarter, and Nick goes for it on fourth down more than anybody else does besides Campbell. I think him and Campbell are 1A, 1B on going for it on fourth down. So they extend drives and they drag you out. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts at all. He plays. I don't think they're going to try and make Jalen do anything. I feel like Jalen does what's necessary. When they're like, we have 4 games where he balled out. Okay. He was playing Joe Burrow, who's going to be slinging it on anybody. Doesn't matter what your defense is. So what did he do? He stepped up and he threw the dagger earlier in the year when people say he couldn't do it. He threw a dagger pass to Devontae in that game. Threw for 300 yards and ran for 75 yards, 50 yards, whatever it was. He did it against the Steelers because they were airing it out against us. Our defense, as great as it was, we had a couple games where the offense had to keep pace, and he did that. In the Super Bowl, Spags has their number. Spags out, ran circles around Josh, Lamar, Burrow during the regular season, all these guys. And Jalen, who can't read defenses, figured it out and sliced and diced them. So I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts or the offense at all. I'm really not even worried about AJ's injury because I always factor in him missing 1 or 2 games. And we have such a hard time winning when he's not out there because he commands double teams. He commands pressure.
He really does.
And he's always open. My big concern is Patullo. Another guy for Jalen Hurts, his 8th play caller in 9 years of being a quarterback from college on to here. And the second one that's never called plays before. Now, the first time that happened with Johnson, a guy that was his friend, his buddy, coach with his dad, known him since high school, it did not work out very well with him calling those plays. Him and Nick were having that battle of, Nick trying to get back in control. And Patullo has been with Nick for 6 years, but he's never called plays. So that's where I feel like I know the playbook's generally the same, but he's going to add his new wrinkles. What does he want to do? What does it look like? Or to your point, does he get too run heavy, too pass heavy? I don't know what he's going to do because we've never seen him. So that's my only concern on offense is Patullo and the question mark of what he's going to do.
So from what I know and what I was told, Jalen Hurts is the one who chose Patullo. Okay. So he is the one who actually made the decision to have Patullo be the OC. And to me, what that means is just really one thing, is that he trusts this guy to step in and be that guy to call those plays. But like you said, he did the same thing 2 seasons ago. And I don't know if that was Jalen's decision to make him the OC. So maybe this might be different. I don't see this going the same way it went 2 seasons ago. So I think we have a good formula. We didn't have Saquon then. And our offensive line is secure. And Landon Dickerson will be back. Like I said, it's the only thing that concerned me more than anything is Patullo coming in and changing the play calling to a more pass-heavy offense than what they got good at, than what they were used to. Because I do think that sometimes Jalen overthinks things, but given his second, third, and fourth quarter of last year, the dude was like spot on. I mean, he protected the ball, he didn't turn it over. So I can't really say with all honesty that is really a big deal, even if they go a little bit pass heavy.
Yeah. So I totally agree with that. And like I said, it's just my one concern. I'm not going to freak out or go overboard about it, but it is the thing I'm thinking about. And I'm most excited to see on how it goes because Jalen picking him or Nick picking him or whatever the case may be. It is a Jalen Hurts centered offense and they do run the same similar plays, but I know that when there's a power vacuum, Nick is a video game coach. When Nick was running the offense, it was throw. Oh wait, we got to run it back. And it was like, oh, we got a tight end. Like he literally said, oh, I forgot about Goddard one game. He forgot because he's just so airing it out. And I know Jeffrey Lloyd loves that too. So that's the one thing I'm looking at to keep my eye on to see, how it all works together, how it functions. But Jalen being a little older, a little wiser, Nick being a little wiser, I feel like to what you're saying is actually factual, and we're not going to have to worry about that. Let's talk about the defense. We didn't keep CJ. DJ, this team's going to be soft. We didn't keep Slay. So what happens when you win a Super Bowl, Dave? What happens when you win a Super Bowl?
You lose guys. They go get signed.
They want money.
Yeah.
Even guys are under contract want money. And the CJ GJ thing, like I made my little video and Man, I had Gilly the Kid in my comments coming out to me. That's my nephew. Everybody's your nephew, bro. Everyone's your nephew.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, like I'm like you coming after me. I'm telling the truth. And in the offseason, lo and behold, he was out here wilding, my darling. Like he got Instagram girls, you know what I mean, chasing them and Twitch models acting wild on the internet. Like he's wilding. The Eagles ain't nobody. I don't believe like that. His energy, which is Air Force One on the field, could also be bad for your locker room and your team. And there's a reason why he's been on 7 different teams in 5 years. Like his attitude, he can't rein in that passion that makes him also, I think, a great player. He can't rein it in. So I'm not too bad about losing him. Slay, rather a year early than a year late. We've seen that kind of situation before. Hopefully he's healthy. He got dinged up in preseason a couple weeks ago.
CJGJ.
Yeah. So are you worried about the cornerback position? Are you worried about the safety position? I mean, we got safeties, but everybody's saying now we have no safeties. I'm like, I thought we had like 4. We can't try one of them out and see what happens.
I don't know why they didn't go get Justin Simmons. This is the one thing that to me, I still am kind of confused why they didn't go get him. And I know they got guys to sign next year and like all that other stuff. So, but I am concerned about the corner spot. That's the only spot on the defense that I really am concerned about. I think Jordan Davis has a career year up front. I'm not really worried about him. He lost weight. He's feeling good. He seems positive. Jalen Carter is going to be Jalen Carter. If the two of them can get on the same page and give the production that we thought that they could have together, I don't think we need to worry about the corners too much, to be honest. I think one of these corners that we have is going to step up. I think Adoree Jackson is going to be kind of like that Slay where he lets some things go, but he keeps the ball in front of him at all times. That's the kind of player that I see Adoree being. But I really am not that concerned with this defense because if you recall, we went into the season last year doing the same thing. Here we go again. The defense. It was the first game of the season. Oh, here we go again. And we were all falling apart. And then all of a sudden we turned into a top 2 defense.
And the defense in that first game, they're in Brazil, first of all. And we had the Jalen interception. We had the fumble. And the defense locked them down inside the 5. Like, they held them to field goals. That was a big to do to start last season. Then put that caveat on that. You asked about Simmons. Here's my one thing. Why does nobody else want him either?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is he still out there?
I know why he's available to us. He's a Fangio disciple. Mm-hmm. He's out here wearing Eagles gear when he's out here training, working out, but nobody wants him. He hasn't been rumored to go anywhere else. There's red flags there for that too. So I'm like, well, maybe they know something we don't know because why aren't they going to get him, first of all? Second of all, I like to remind people like you because you remember stuff because like I said, you were on the show a lot last year. I'm going to have you on the show a lot this year. I don't care if you got a family. I don't care you out here jet setting, traveling, doing red carpets. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to commit to me, brother. When I need you, I put out the bat signal. You're going to show up. The last thing you want to do is have me on you. Because I got a Jewish grandmother now. I know guilt trips, but I'll be on you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta watch yourself. But my point is that last year, White was our linebacker. And we were so excited to have a Super Bowl champion caliber linebacker when we haven't had a linebacker core of any value in so long. Then they drafted Trotter and the nostalgia, that kind of stuff. And next thing I know, I look up and I'm like, forget a QB factory. This is a linebacker factory. Dean got healthy, outperformed all year long. Zack Baun is apparently mega mind. This dude's a genius out there. Seriously. Dissected and directed everything. The backup, Marone or whatever his name was, people like, I tell people all the time, like when they say, I was like, who is his backup that played in the Super Bowl? You don't even know that's how good he played. You can't remember his name, but he didn't give up anything. Then we go and get Campbell, and it's like, Howie, are we linebacker guys now?
Seriously.
Because Vic's like, I need that to run my defense. And so he's racked up on it. So when I look at the safety position, I'm like, I like Mukuba Scuba. He got his hand on a couple of balls. Mukuba Scuba. He got his hand on a couple of balls, and I was like, man, that's nice. So I was like, okay, I see that. And then I think back to what happened with White. We all thought that this guy was the guy. Vic is seeing something, and then once you get to play 1 or 2 games, he'll be like, all right, you're out, you're in because you're going to do what I need here. And if they need to go get a Simmons, they can. But I don't really worry about it because the things you also said, Carter is a man among boys, only going to get better. Davis looks like he's in great shape, like you said. Those two guys together are going to wreak havoc. Like when we're playing preseason games, everybody's freaking out. I'm like, you know that Carter would have been in the backfield by now, right? You're playing Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's got all this time. He wouldn't have that time with Carter. Yeah. He said it. He's like, look, he's like, oh, how was the game today? He's like, well, the game's a lot better when Carter's not coming after you. He's like, I feel great. Like this.
Yeah.
So the pressure from the D-line will help the secondary. So I'm not worried about it because I believe so much in Vic Fangio. He gives me Jim Johnson vibes so much in my heart. Like I love that man. I'm so thankful for that man.
Well, I mean, that's the one thing that our O-line coach and our defensive coordinator are just two spots where they absolutely just run everything. And when Vic, just like you said, he saw something really clearly, and he went and got a Zack Baun. Okay, he went and got a Zack Baun. When people are like, "Who's Zack Baun? Like, what did he do?" Turn this dude into a premier linebacker. Okay, in one season. And so there's, like you said, to me, I have full trust in him. As far as our corners, he clearly sees something. I mean, when Mukuba, he had that one preseason game where I think he had 2 picks, and the kid he clearly has very good vision. He has a very good burst of speed to jump in front of these balls. But I just let Vic do what he does. It's not gonna be look perfect in game one. We have new pieces on defense. Just let the man do what he needs to do. That's all. Because Dallas is going to score points. That's what they do. And they're probably going to do that against our guys. They're going to exploit some of these corners. But this is the time that you want to do it, honestly.
Yeah. And shout out to Vince in the chat. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Vince?
I will say this too, that when you have a clear weakness, right? We have a clear issue where we all worry about the second cornerback and we worry about the safety. In football, that's when you roll help. That's when you use the cover 3, you use the cover 2, and you scheme it up to okay, they're going to attack this guy. In the Super Bowl, I tell you what, I was freaking out when I saw Maddox on the field. And I know that people need to take a break. And I was like, why is he out there? They're going to go after him. And they went after him, and he made a play on the ball. And I'm like, okay. He is like, you know what? I know they come. He was ready. He knew. So when you know that you are the quote unquote weak link, the defense should adjust to help you and give you a little assistance. So that also will help us in that game. And I really just, I hate being cocky and I hate saying a certain thing a certain way. But when you're a young team and you're good, you can feel this way. That's what's wrong with the Chiefs right now. They're aging out in a lot of places on their defense and the offensive line because they never really draft offensive line. They did patchwork after they got destroyed by the Bucs. They brought in guys, but they were already older guys, and so when they're losing other people to injury, they're susceptible to certain things. And Patrick Mahomes is great. Patrick Mahomes is amazing. He might go down as one of the greatest, but he can't cover up everything. He's not Tom Brady. That's the difference between. He's got more flash and show. Tom Brady was a cheating technician. He could get you something with nothing and make it work as long as the defense held up a little bit. But our team, we're so young. There's so much talent. And in the certain spots, we've got the right amount of age. So is it cocky to say we're trying to go back-to-back world champs?
No.
It is not.
It's not. No one's saying that it's going to be done. It's probably one of the hardest things to do in sports. But it's still at this point with the age, with the talent, with Jalen, we have a legitimate shot to go back to back. It's the same thing they were saying about the Chiefs. I mean, come on. You can't say it about the Chiefs and not say it about us at this point, because it's we have the talent on both sides of the ball. We have the O-line. We have the D-line. The only thing that we're honestly missing on the defense is the edge rushers. I'm not even worried about the corners so much.
Yeah. And we're going to see how the edges work out because we got a Jomo, we got Nolan, again, who came into his own midway through the season last year. And again, when you got Carter getting double and triple teamed, somebody's got to eat. That's the thing where Sweat was like, I deserve to be Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
Dude, Carter's taking on double teams, and you're got a one-on-one. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, dude, I saw you working, but do you not say thank you to this dude who can't even get anywhere because he's getting double and triple team because everyone's afraid of him? Like, they got the running back chipping him after a double team. Like, calm down, Sweat. I saw you working, but calm down. Like, Jalen Hurts deserved his MVP because just because you got a couple of free sacks, brother, let's focus.
Because everybody else was busy with Carter.
Exactly. It's a team sport, brother. It's a team sport. That's the one thing I like. Nick be saying these little rose and flowers bullshit all the time, but I do like that he said, if you think you're the reason we won the Super Bowl, then you're wrong. If you think you're part of the reason, then you're right because it takes all of us, or something like that. Something that Saquon regurgitated. But I like stuff like that where it takes everybody. You know, I mean, you can sit there and blame yourself for one bad play. There's more than one play in a game that makes you win or lose or whatever's going on. So you got to space that out. Steve, Chris, let's go. So I lied to Fit Dad. I thought we was going to be in and out of here like a lamb, but we in here talking good talk. So let me take my break real quick. And I got some work to do. So I got a sponsor. I sent that Fit Daddy hat. I got all these hats. Wearfilthy.com. The link's in the bio. They got fun stuff. These are my Phillies hats. I'm wearing my Eagle stuff tomorrow. But he's got hats. He's got clothes. He's got stickers. You know, Dallas sucks. The bird pooping on Dallas. All kinds of good stuff. If you want a discount, go ahead and use your boy code. I got a code says because BG says so. I got a sponsor out here in these streets. But it's really like street punk wear. I kind of describe it as like if it was a rock band and you liked Philadelphia, like if you went to a grunge bar and you saw like the slather stuff on the walls, it'd be great. And I'm sorry to them because I haven't been in my system all summer because I've been enjoying my Super Bowl reign. They changed my whole system up. Dave, I can't get my websites up. I can't get nothing going. Everything is just broken right now. Look, I can make these little banners like this go. I came in here. I'm like, they done upgraded the Starship. I gotta spend an hour in here trying to figure out what's going on. But shout out to them. Like I said, I might do some giveaways because I spent a whole lot of money over there. Then I met the dude that owned it because he's a Gritty fan, and then started hanging out. And now I'm be out here slanging his clothes in the street for the people, so you can be out here thugging it up with your boy. But definitely check him out. Get yourself a little discount and say hi on your way out. Now back to the business, Dave. Let's go around the league real quick. We're gonna go through the conferences. You're gonna tell me who's winning the conference. All right, we're gonna start with the AFC East. You got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Pats, the Jets.
Bills. I mean, that's not even close.
Are you watching Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
McDermott, the Hermit, bro.
I know.
He is a snooze fest. Like, again, I apologize for the way I treated Nick Sirianni and the way I talked about him. But listen to McDermott. Like, anybody who's go watch episode 3. We need you guys to have passion and care. And if you don't have a fight, then you're not going to be in the fight. And I need you to bring that fire, Josh. You are our leader. And as our leader, we need you charging through the door. And these dudes are falling asleep in the chairs.
It's just crickets.
I'm like, man, bring a flower up through the concrete or something because you are not getting it done, brother. But I love the Bills. I love everything about them in general. Josh Allen's a great guy. I love the whole Hamlin thing they got going on. I like the Bills, and I feel sorry for them because they went to 4 straight Super Bowls, never won nothing. So in my heart, because nobody talks about Jim Kelly, dude. That's if you Cam Newton out here talking about Jalen Hurts ain't nothing. Nobody talks about Jim Kelly, and this dude took an all-star roster team. None of those dudes get talked about in the pantheon.
It's wild.
Reed, the running back, they had the defensive lineman. I forget what his name is, but like they had so many great players. Who do you think's coming in second in that division? You think the Pats gonna make a jump this year?
Pats are gonna make it second. Dolphins will be last. Wait, who else is in that division?
Jets.
The Jets.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, I
think the Jets are still gonna come in last again because they're the Jets.
No, I think they actually will make it somewhat competitive for that 3rd place spot. I don't think they'll be last. I think the Dolphins will be last. I think at the trade deadline, I think Tyreek's gonna want to get traded. And they're pretty much gonna blow it up at that point because they've been doing the same thing for the last 3-4 seasons and nothing's changed really. So
I can respect it. So we both got the Bills and we both got the Pats coming around in 2nd place. AFC West, we got the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. Yeah. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do?
I got a little hot take. I think the Broncos actually win that division. I think the Pats come in second. And the only reason I think that is because I think Bo Nix is going to start channeling his, inner Josh Allen.
You mean the Chiefs are going to come in second?
I think the Chiefs are going to come in second.
You think the Broncos are going to win the division?
Yes.
Now, see, that's why I like talking to you, man. Because every once in a while you say stuff to just be getting me going. I got to reel myself in. I'm trying to take the Chargers. I'm taking the hardball train. Herbert during the regular season is a baller. You get him in the postseason, he throws 5 interceptions a game. Yeah. But during the regular season, okay, all right. He's got the Broncos. I
think Harbaugh's so overrated. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the dude. Like I get it. Oh, he's his second year with Herbert and blah, blah, blah. Like I don't buy the Justin Herbert thing. I think he is not going to play as well this season. Who did they get in the offseason besides who's the running back from Pittsburgh? Najee. They got Najee on that team now. Who can never stay healthy, number one, his big ass. Like that dude is just big for no reason. And he's like the poor man's Derrick Henry to me, and he just never has lived up to that standard. So I think it goes Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers.
We're so disrespectful to the Chiefs, but I think it's going to go Chargers, Chiefs, Bronco, Raiders. All right. So AFC North, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers, the toughest division in football.
Ooh, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. So
good.
I this is a tough one because we always want to give Joe Burrow the benefit of the doubt because the dude is he just like you say, slings it around. But Lamar has proved time and time again that they continue to take the North, and I don't really see a difference in why. They already got Derrick Henry winning Offensive Player of the Year. I heard a bunch of people saying that already this season because they worked some things out. With that being said, I do think that the Bengals actually do turn it around, and I think they take first place, and I think the Ravens take second place, and I think Joe Burrow finally gets back into form where he's supposed to be at. And I think that defense actually steps up finally this season and does something. So I think the Bengals take first place, and I think the Ravens take second. And I actually had the Bengals losing the first 4 games of the season like they always do. But I just can't see them repeating that same process over and over again. And it's usually the first 3 or 4 games that put them behind if you think about it. Think about their last few seasons.
Is your wife at home? Is your wife at home?
Yeah.
Good, because I need an adult in the house with them children. I can't have you being home alone with these kids right now. I called CPS on you if you was in there and the wife was home. Because you out here talking reckless. You been drinking, Dave?
I think the Bengals take first, and I think Jamar Chase is going to be the Offensive Player of the Year.
Hold on a second. I love props. I ain't got no water, but the Bengals couldn't stop a wet paper bag. I don't care what you said. They couldn't stop a wet paper bag, brother.
They will score more points than any team in NFL history. Because they will have to.
I forget what running back they got. Did they get a running back? They got somebody.
Right now they have Chase Brown.
Yeah, I thought they picked up somebody else too, but
they do have someone else. But they're already saying that Chase Brown is probably going to end up being running back 1 by the end of the year. So
it's the Ravens. Because they're a complete team and they're balanced. And Lamar just does what Jalen does besides under pressure. Lamar and Jalen are guaranteed to get you 11 to 12 wins a season. Lamar's problem is in the postseason and he can't beat Patrick. The Browns, good luck to you. The Steelers, man alive, they're going to be it. This might be the first year. No, because
losing record.
Tom was going to have 9-8. He can't.
Don't stop. Come on, man.
Dude, He won 9 wins with Duck Dynasty at quarterback, bro. He's a miracle worker. He is the man.
All right, you made me. You had me flip flopping here. I'm gonna go Ravens 1, Bengals 2. I tried to make an argument for the Bengals.
I know,
but I can't. I just can't do it.
You can't do it because of the defense. The Ravens have a middle to upper echelon defense, and then Lamar and Henry. It's just so Lamar's problem is he doesn't have the gene that Jalen has.
Yeah.
Jalen has a gene too. I was about to throw a bomb pass to AJ. I'm going to check out of it and run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When they went up against the Bills last year, when they ran the ball more than 22 times, they won every game. They ran the ball 17 times, and they stopped hitting the ball in the middle of the third quarter. From the third quarter on, it was Lamar Jackson show. What ended up him having a fumble. He threw that pass to Andrews. He dropped it and fumbled it. Andrews had one tip off his hands for a fumble because you're throwing too much and you forgot to pound the rock with your battering ram. And the quarterback doesn't have the mentality to say, look, Joe, I'm just going to call an audible. We're running this. We're running it. So this is
where I flip-flop with the Ravens and the Bengals is because of the quarterbacks. And I get their defense is terrible, so that obviously gives the Ravens a nod. But after Lamar played us, all he kept whining about is my mom told me I should have thrown the ball more. My mom should have told me I should have. And I have a feeling he's going to go into this season with that mentality, and he's going to be throwing that ball right into the hands of the defenders.
Like I said, what, stick with the Bengals. I'm gonna put the postcard up, put the Bengals up there.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna shake some things up in the NFL. Yeah, I think the Bengals are gonna go first because I do think that Lamar ends up giving some of these games away. And I get it. He's great in the regular season. I can't say anything else. Yeah. But I have a feeling he's going to go into this season and he's going to try to play Superman with all these games because he's lost close ones like he did in that first game last season. He lost that game against us where they were very close to coming back and winning. Okay, if Cooper DeJean didn't lay Derrick Henry on his ass,
I tell you what, real quick, hold on, real quick. The lead to the side real quick, Fit Daddy. I'm just saying. I saw that white boy take that brother out. I said, oh Lord, I put the power fist up. I said, oh, get away. Oh, normally I don't like to see it, Fit Daddy. Normally in my heart, but it literally in your whole life, and I know you watch football, so you see the Allens, you see the Dawkins, you see the Ray Lewises, you see all these big hitters throughout our history. Like, man, we love that. Didn't that hit feel like one of the best hits you've ever seen? Because it was literally what they teach you in Pee Wee football.
Yes.
It
wasn't even it wasn't the ferocity of it. It's he got down low and picked his ass up and put him down. Like he made sure he wasn't going anywhere else.
Keep your head up, look at what you're hitting and drive through it.
Yes.
And he did it. He did it to the freight train.
Yes.
He did it to the freight train. It's like stopping Shaq from dunking on you. It's like stopping LeBron when he's on a full court press. Like, you don't stop those two men from doing what they're about to do. And you sure as hell don't stop Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it was so beautiful. Like I said.
But it was that game that I think really started to take Lamar's like mentality, like, oh, I got to start throwing the ball more. And like I said, I think he's going to carry that into this season. And I think that's going to be a detriment to him. I have nothing else to back that up just besides that game and watching him the rest of that season last year. And he just doesn't have that X factor that Jalen has. He doesn't have the will to get it done. But if we're talking regular season, the Ravens are probably going to take it, but I'm just going to go Bengals just because of that one thing.
All right, let's see a little wackadoo answer here. We got the AFC South. We got the Texans, the Colts, the Jags, and the Titans. Go ahead and say something ridiculous.
I mean, the Texans are going to go one. That's easy.
There you go.
I think, who is it? The Colts, the Jags, and who else?
The Titans. So the question is, do you think the Jags finally step up and do something? They got a new GM. They got a new coach. Again, the Titans with Ward.
I was going to go Cam Ward. Cam Ward is going to be what CJ Stroud was when CJ Stroud was in his first year. And I think he ends up going number 2. I think they might actually I can't do that. I'm not going to say that because I think the Texans actually are going to be good this year. But I'll go Titans number 2, Jags number 3, Colts number 4.
So the Titans are one of the strangest teams in football for me for my formative years from like 96 on. Like they had Henry, they had Johnson, they had George. Like they've had like 3 of some of the greatest running backs in history. And it seems like every 6 or 7 years they pop up where they're a problem. Like they have Fitzgerald and they went on that magical trip to the championship game and they're like, oh, how'd they get there? And then they make the playoffs here and there. And when I'm listening to Cam Ward, and I don't know what it is. I watched a little bit preseason. He's talking the talk. He's having accountability, and they're a halfway decent team. They just need quarterback play. And if he's halfway sustainable, I feel like they're going to come in second in that division. So I agree with you.
I've just seen some of the passes that he was throwing in the preseason, man. And I mean, some of these things were like threading a needle. I mean, he was putting balls in places where only that receiver could have gotten it. It was crazy. So I think if he brings that to the field this season, who knows, man? They might actually have a chance at taking a number one spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. NFC South, Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks.
So I'm gonna do something crazy here. I actually think. No, I'm just kidding. The Bucks are gonna go 1. Okay. Falcons are gonna go 2.
Okay.
And
that's my thought process too.
Yeah, I was gonna go. Yeah, Panthers. I think we'll probably go. Panthers might go 2, just because I think Bryce Young does play much better this season. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Bucks, Falcons. My fear is that Bucks offense. Mike Evans is getting up there, but he still catches touchdown passes. What's his name? Godwin. He just had his foot attached to his leg. Yeah. So there's some things.
Defense is solid.
Defense is
they
solid.
Play sound football. They're coached well.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield is always live. When Baker gets hot. The Falcons, I don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be like. I don't know what Penix really is. They got all the other weapons on offense that you need, and their defense is decent. I feel like if the Panthers get 8 wins this year with a soft record, they're stepping in the right direction. Bryce Young came along last year, the last 5 games. He was actually live. They benched him, and they brought him back in, and he woke up. So, if they can get 8 wins in, that'd be a great year for them in the progression. But I definitely got the Bucs winning the division. Now, the second best division in football currently,
NFC West.
Bears, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. NFC North.
Bears, Vikings, Packers, and
Lions.
Who's the other one? Who?
Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
Vikings. So everybody keeps hyping the Vikings up. I'm not going to do that because I don't know anything about J.J. McCarthy.
All I saw him do was hand the ball off in college.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't see him throw nobody. I didn't see him throw nothing.
No. For me, this is kind of easy. Packers, Vikings, and everybody else. Bears.
You don't think the Lions?
No.
Okay. So my only problem with the Lions is they lost both coordinators.
And I think that's going to put them in the number 3 spot because I do believe that the Vikings still will have JJ. Listen, if the Vikings can win with Sam Darnold, I do believe that they can win with JJ McCarthy. That's the thing.
I ain't never seen JJ McCarthy sling it. I've seen
Me neither.
Sam Darnold have some success. When he was on the 49ers, he looked pretty good. In the Shanahan system. You get somebody in the right system.
Sporadically. He was good all year last year.
Okay. So, oh God. I don't want to not pick the Lions because I've been jaded by it happening to us, and I saw it happen. We lost both coordinators, but they've got so much talent on the team.
That's true.
Their roster is loaded top to bottom, and the Commanders walk around here talking crap. Like, dude, they lost 18 starters.
I know.
And you barely beat them. Like, come on, man.
And they got a healthy Aiden Hutchinson coming back too. And they already said he's wrecking every single.
And they had a good draft. Like
yeah.
I can't not take the Lions. I also, like I said to you, Love gets dinged up a lot. So I'm gonna stick with the Lions, and I'm gonna give them a little bit of hope. I hope that they get over the hump better than we did when we lost both coordinators. But you're probably right. It's probably gonna be the Packers.
I think it's going to go Packers, Lions. I take that back. I think it's going to go Packers, Lions, Vikings, and then Bears.
Yeah. It's a rough division for them to be in.
It is rough. Yeah, they do that. I mean, all those teams are pretty stacked. I mean, even the Bears, I think, what's his name, is going to, Caleb Williams, I think he's going to be much better this season. I know they kept showing all his highlights of him.
He's got a functional coach.
Yep.
That knows offense. So, I mean, I believe so too. NFC West, we got the Cardinals, the Rams, the Niners, and the Seahawks. Are the 49ers alive and well again? Oh, okay.
I'm so sick and tired of hearing people talk about. I don't know what's changed. They've lost every wide receiver they had. They have a new running back.
They brought in 4 running backs. Like everybody keeps talking about McCaffrey. I'm like, they got like 4 other running backs that they brought in. So he must be
McCaffrey is. I think McCaffrey ends up getting hurt again this season, and then that's the only thing. And I still don't believe in the quarterback, Brock Purdy. He literally is a system quarterback. The dude doesn't do anything else different. They tried to turn him into a little mini Mahomes, and it's not who he is. He had a real cute story, but I do not believe in that team, even in the slightest. They got Jawan Jennings. They have who else is the other one? Ayuk coming back from injury in like 6 weeks. Who else do they have? Honestly,
Kittle. That's about it.
But that's not going to sustain you when all you got to do is you got to key on Kittle and you got to key on Jawan Jennings.
And then Robert Saleh's back. The defense is going to be much improved with Robert back there.
Yeah, I mean, I hear my NFC West, and you know what? I think the reason why a lot of people are high on the Niners isn't because the team is good. It's because Matthew Stafford is a question mark going into this season. That's the reason why. If his back goes out on him again, I'm telling you, he'll be out for the rest of the season. Yeah. Because I've already heard so many other athletes talk about the same exact back injury that he has. And they're like, I know people who have had that injury and it ruined their career. It ended their career.
Yeah, if his back goes out, he might not play. He might retire.
Yeah,
his wife was out there talking about she wanted to sleep with his roommate or whatever. That stuff. But he might have to stay home, brother. I mean, he might have to stay
just
home,
to keep her off a podcast.
Just to keep her off a podcast. They got to start their own podcast. Do you see anything happening with the Cardinals this year with pew 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 shots?
I mean,
pew pew pew.
So I love what's his name? Who's a wide receiver? Marvin Harrison
Jr.
Harrison Jr.
He's a baller.
He is. And honestly, the way he started last season, I don't know why they changed the way where he was playing at, but it's either Kyler Murray or it's the coach that's not understanding how this dude plays, because he could play anywhere on the field as a wide receiver, anywhere. He can run routes. He can get 50-50 balls if he needs to. He showed it in the first 2 games of last season. I mean, the dude had like 150 yards receiving or something like that in back-to-back games. It was something crazy. So I would love to say that, but they just don't have that team. They got a solid running back. Connors is always solid on that team. I don't even know who their other receivers are on that team. It's Dortch and
so the biggest problem is basically what you said. And I don't know the exact stat, but it's somewhere around Kyler Murray has the highest on-target percentage for passes. So meaning like, when they tell you that you put it in the breadbasket or in the zone. So 70% of his passes are here instead of here.
Okay.
Where the wide receivers have to reach a little bit more or move for the ball or make adjustments. Off target by 70%. He's the highest quarterback in the league. And you're lucky you got somebody like Harrison Jr. who can make adjustments on the ball and go get it. But because he's always running too, he can't see over the line. So he's always moving and throwing the ball, and that movement keeps him from being super accurate. I think the Rams are going to take it, like you said, as long as they can keep their quarterback upright. Now, the NFC East has not had a back-to-back winner in the last 20 years. You've heard it, for the last 20 years. And on the cycle that we are on, we are slotted for the once every 6-year season of the Washington Commanders winning the division. Who wins the division? The Cowboys, the Giants, the Eagles, and the Commanders.
I still think it's going to be the Eagles.
Okay. You're going back to back for the first time. I don't have any.
It's gonna be Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys.
Wow, you got the.
And actually, a week ago I had the Giants at number 2, but I don't trust their quarterback. I think their defense is going to be phenomenal this year. Their front 4 is ridiculous. Okay, their front 4 is nasty. That's all I'll say. But the only problem with that is when you have an offense as wretched as what they have, that defense is going to be on the field a lot. So they're going to be gassed. So I still think that they win some games, but it'll be Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys. Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that the Cowboys are gonna tank, if that makes any sense. I feel like 8 or 9 games in, there's gonna be an injury, there's gonna be something. Because I really feel like we're missing the part we talked about at length to open the show, but I think we didn't talk about morale.
Mm-hmm.
The team just seems devastated. Now Dak's like, oh, at least I don't have to talk about the Micah trade. And other guys are like, bro, well, what about when you got your money? And Micah was like, yo, he needs his money. And now all of a sudden you kept your mouth shut. So you're going to keep your mouth shut for me when it's my turn? Even though you're the highest paid dude that ain't won nothing, never did nothing, and you're the only one here with a no trade clause?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the other thing when people say, oh, he's going to get Arch Manning. I'm like, okay, well, expect Arch to sit on the bench for 2 years. Because they're paying this dude $62 million a year, and he's got a no trade. So unless he goes somewhere where he wants to go, Archie going to be learning on the bench, which might be a good thing for him. The Aaron Rodgers route, Brett Favre route, watch and learn, young Thundercat. But I mean, I can't see the Eagles not going back to back because of the fact that the Commanders last year won 6 games with less than 3 points in the end of the games, and the Hail Marys and the fumbles and missed kick. Like there's so many things that got them these wins.
The other thing is, what people don't talk about is they did it against bad teams. I mean, they did it against that Bears team that wasn't good. They did it, I forget who the other team was, but they did this against teams that were not good. So they got that benefit of a schedule as well.
The only team they beat that was in the playoffs were the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jalen Hurts had to go out, and Devontae Smith had to drop a ball that he hasn't dropped since he was coming out the womb. I mean,
Johnson got ejected.
So it took everything in their power to get one win over one playoff team. So all that being said, they're really old. Daniels does not protect himself. Welcome to the NFL. He going to get licked up.
Yep.
And I just see this is the first time in the last 20 years that somebody goes back to back, and it's going to be us. And I hate. So I actually like the Giants coach. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a solid individual. And I think that he's gotten a bad rap for the team that he's in and the GM that they're with. But right now, man alive, their defensive front is going to be old school, straight hand scary. Paul Pierce scary. Like, I feel like the Abdul's, like, they got some dogs on there now. Mm-hmm. Where, again, if you can put that pressure on the front, it helps your back end. The defense is going to be a lot better. And Russell Wilson, he's a cornball, and everybody makes fun of him. He's more than serviceable. He's better than Aaron Rodgers at this point. And as their backup, they got my dude eating W's. I love George W. My boy out here eating W's. You know what I mean? I love Jameis Winston with all my heart. He is a national treasure. And I would love to do nothing more than just be his friend and meet him and shake his hand. Matter of fact, you connected in the world. If you ever get to go to a party, James is going to be there. Put me in your luggage, brother. Take me. Hey, this is my security. I got a T-shirt that says security on it. I'm ready to rock and roll because I want to shake his hand. He is a fun dude. That game last year on Thursday Night Football with the Browns where he played in the snow, they said, how do you feel? God has given me an opportunity to play this game. And look at us. Look at the snow. Look at the wonderment. As a child, you dream of this. I thank the Lord for games like this. And you should too. I'm like, what?
That dude, he's going to make so much money post-football.
Oh, my God. Oh, well, when he was out there in the Super Bowl, hey, Jalen, who you think I should play for? You think the Giants should get me? I love Jameis Winston. So, and they got Dart. Everybody's out there. Dart's going to be.
Yep.
So, I think that they're going to play better.
Yeah.
And look better. And I think the Cowboys are just going to implode on themselves because watching their interviews the last few days and the last few weeks, like they just look dejected. Nobody's happy to be talking to Jerry. Nobody wants to deal with that stuff.
I mean, how as a player are you happy to play for a man like that? I just don't get it. Like, it's almost a joke to him. Like, their career, they're putting their health and their bodies on the line, and this dude's going on TV talking about, I love the drama. I love the drama. What do you mean you love the drama? Like, bro, do you want to win?
I want to win. So
it's corny.
What's the Eagles' record this year? We got 11, 12 wins. What you thinking?
I haven't even gone through like wins, losses yet. I'm not going to do what Eric Stone Street did with the Chiefs with his predictions on Rich Eisen. That was the corniest thing I've ever seen. That man had them going 16-0. Like, be serious, man.
That's what everybody does with their teams, and it drives me crazy because I'm like, can we be realistic?
Yeah, let me pull up their schedule real quick.
Yeah, I was about to do it too, so we can just run through the games. We run through them together because I haven't done it yet either. So where's my schedule at? This is all old stuff. I want the new stuff.
All right, here we go.
New. We're doing it live, folks. We are doing it live.
Do it live.
All right, so we got you got a piece of paper?
Yep.
I heard you clicking. I guess I'll break out my notepad too. You ain't gonna outpad me. You ain't gonna outpad me. All right. Eagles, Cowboys, that's a W.
That's a W.
Eagles Chiefs.
That's a W.
W. Rice isn't there. Yes. He's suspended for the first 4 games.
I think Mahomes is going to come into that game and try to do too much. Everybody, Mahomes is going to go nuclear this year. Okay.
Yeah. And we play well there. Eagles, Rams.
That's one I think we're going to lose.
So my problem is that we always beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
We always beat the Rams. So you're saying loss there. I'm going to say W there.
Okay.
So I'm going to say we start 3-0. You're going to say 2-1. Now, the Bucks game, September 28th.
We get the monkey off our back.
Okay.
They get up there.
That's where we differ.
Yep.
It's always hot and muggy and humid there. And we go down there, we cramp up. AJ Brown gets a cramp in his hammy. He don't finish after the game. The whole team's just cramping. And Bowles does what everybody says Spags is going to do to Jalen. Jalen has shown when he plays Spagnuolo, he can break down Spagnuolo's defense. He can't really mess with whatever Bowles
just
doing
throws everything at him, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. He throws all kinds of different schemes and blitz packages, and it's wild.
So
I still think they end up winning this game.
All right, well, we still starting off the first quarter. We're both 3-1. We just got games flip-flopped on who's winning what. Then they go to the Broncos. You think Bo Nix is going to do it to us?
No, not here. If we were in Denver, I think we might lose that game, but I think we win that game home.
All right. So then we play the Giants. W. Oh, there's a lot of wins we got racked up here. We rolling right now. The Vikings.
I'm gonna go win.
I'm gonna go win too. Now we start to look crazy.
I have no reason to believe that they won't beat that team at this point.
Yep. Giants second game. That's a Kelly Green game. That's a guaranteed dub.
That's a dub.
Now the Packers. That's November 10th. It's gonna be a little cooler. It's a night game. Big game.
In Green Bay.
So far, we both only have 1 loss.
I know. I think I'm going to give them a double on that one because I think the Packers fans are going to want that one. I think the Packers are going to want that one just because they lost that first game of the season and their fans haven't stopped talking about it the entire season. I'm going to give them a loss here.
All right. I'm going to give them a loss there too. Sunday night, it's going to cause a lot of drama. Everybody's going, they can't, whatever. Mike is going to have one good game, one China moment. They're going to tell everybody he's game wrecker. Because I think we bounced back and beat the Lions. I would not put back-to-back wins together against the Green Bay and the Lions. So, winning against the Lions.
I think this might be where we differ. Okay. I think they lose this is the only 2 games in the season that they lose back-to-back.
Back-to-back? Okay. So you got, all right. Now,
and I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like one of those games where they get blown out. I think it's going to be just an ugly game. Some fluky thing's going to happen. It's going to be close. I think people will chalk it up to that more than anything.
So do you want to know one of the best, worst stats in football from last year before we go to the next game?
What's that?
Every team that played the Lions lost the next week.
Every team that played the Lions lost the next week. So no, that's not.
The Lions beat people down. And every time you played them the next week, you lost.
We ain't losing that Cow. We will beat the Cowboys twice in this season for the first time in a while.
Okay, we're gonna sweep the Cowboys. Then we got the Bears. We're beating the Bears.
Oh yeah, we're beating the Bears.
Chargers. Now, this is the Herbert game. Everybody named mama, you know what I mean? Herbert's better than Jalen Hurts. It's Herbert week. It's Herbert week. I draft Herbert. All executives say. All executives say.
That's a win.
What? Are we on Rick Eisen's show right now? You said you wasn't going to do it. You said you wasn't going to do it. All right.
That's only 3. It's 3 losses. That's respectable.
Okay. We ain't done yet. So, all right. Then we got the Raiders. We're definitely beating the Raiders.
Okay.
The Raiders could be one of those sleeper games, but we're beating the Raiders.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, I feel like that's one of those games where Max Crosby comes in and just like wrecks something. I don't know. I'm
gonna put an L in parentheses there as one of those games.
I'm gonna give him a win. I'll give him a win on that one.
Yeah, you do how you randomly lose those games. The first game against Washington, we're going to dog walk them. It's going to be a big win for us.
Yeah.
Then we play the Bills.
That's a loss.
Definitely a loss.
December 28th.
That's up in Buffalo.
Yeah.
There might be 5 feet of snow. It's going to be so cold there. Not that we're not used to playing in the cold.
Remember during this gauntlet last season, we thought the same thing, and we ended up beating that team. Or was it last year or the year before?
It was
last. Was it last season or the season before?
It was the year before. We beat the Bills. We beat the Bills. Ran through everybody, and then we hit the 49ers.
Yeah. And
Josh Allen has never beat the Eagles. Is that true? Is Josh Allen there? Well, we don't plan that often. That could be true.
Okay.
That could be.
I mean, I'll go loss here just so it looks like I'm not being a homer. I'll go loss, and then I'll go loss again for the Commanders, just because I think the Commanders we would have locked up the division at that point.
Okay, so you're taking Bills loss or win?
Bills loss.
Okay, and then the Commanders for the last game of the season.
Yes, also a loss.
You're saying it doesn't matter.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go win on that one too, because I don't think, even if Jalen's not playing in that game, we get a little Tanner McKee action in there, and we just do the same thing we did to the Raiders, the Commanders the first time. Like I said, I'm not worried about this team.
So you got to win in 13 games.
13 games.
I got to win in 13 games too.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we were dead on together though. Like I said,
we were
when we were talking reckless. Like we was like both of us like, say it with your chest. We was full lockstep, and no, there was no doubt on what they were going to do.
Every playoff game we got right, every single one.
Yep. And I look at these, and even when we were talking about like you were like the Commanders game's not going to be close, and I was like the Super Bowl's not going to be close. So we both we teed off on both of those things, and we saw it. Dang. All right.
13 and 4. I mean
13 and 4. 13 and 4. That's what we got. It is what it is. That's the big thing. I will end the show with this. I showed it to you. Again, I don't have all my faculties left on my show, but there's a clip circling around. You can find it real easy. Speed, the internet Twitch sensation, came to Philadelphia, went down to the Nova Care Center, met Howie Roseman. You know what I mean? Dapped it up with Howie, told Howie he's going to get drafted, even though he was shorter than Howie. It was so funny to see. He was like, "Oh, I went D1." He's like, "You went D1?" He's like, "Where?" He's like, Ohio where? Ohio State?" He's like, "Yeah, what'd you play?" "Oh, no, I did YouTube instead. I just got, they gave me an offer, but I stayed on YouTube. You know what I mean? I did my YouTube thing." But he got in the car with the Sixer ambassador, Paul George, and he said, "Yo, ambassador, you from Philly?" And he said, "Hell no." He's like, I'm from Cali. Like, didn't even rep his like city. Didn't say I'm from Long Beach. I'm from LA. Like, he just wanted to be Cali so bad. You know what I mean? Like, the internet's ripping him. Philadelphia's ripping him. We gave you $200 million. All you had to do is say, "Nah, bro, I'm from out west. Philly's my home now." Something like that. But the hell no. And the way he said it in his tone, Fit Daddy, this is why we can't have nothing nice. This is why we can't have nothing nice. You know what I mean? We none of us like Paul George. We all know he took the bag. He didn't play last year. He had a broken thumb. His eyebrow was twitching. The whole thing was just a mess. And why do we have to have athletes to do this kind of stuff to us when all we want to do is love you? That's why I love Jalen so much. And I think that's why they hate Jalen, because Jalen doesn't do that kind of stuff. He don't play them games. He's about his business. He's about his family. He's about the team. He's got surrounded by some of the smartest women in the game. So he's not getting gassed up like how dudes do. He's not playing none of that stuff. I just wish some of the athletes around the city would just have some more awareness of how much we care in Philadelphia about our sports and about our teams. It feels like they don't get it, and then they think that we're hard on them. So it was just funny to watch. Like I said, you didn't see it until you did the show. I sent it to you, and you just laughed out loud. Like, what are we doing?
It's ridiculous. It's like I honestly it is. And I hate the fact that it's Paul George too that is doing it, because I already didn't like the dude as it is. So it's like you're just giving me more reasons to not like you.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that way. It's not that big a deal to me. It doesn't matter like that. But now you're making me angry. So a couple of things for clearance sake. Tomorrow night, I'm doing my show with E-Rock and Ashworth, and afterwards we're going to be at the La Casino Center Bar, 900 Packard Avenue from 8. It says to 12, but we're going to be at that joint by like 10 o'clock, so you better get there around 8, 7:45. You know what I mean? You want to see me at Fit Daddy. Malik Joe's going to be there. E-Rock's going to be there. West Coast Swoops going to be there. I mean, there's an all-star roster of all-star rosters, and we're going to be in there hanging out, taking pictures, listening to music, have a couple drinks. I might even put something on black before I roll out of that, John. And we'll be up there tonight, and it's free. It's free. You don't need no tickets. You don't need nothing. You just got to be 21 years of age. You can come in there, hang out with us. You know what I mean? Listen to some good music, talk to Birds fans, take some snap pictures, borrow $1 from Fit Daddy because I know he got it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be my first time seeing him in person. So first thing I'm going to do is get a loan out real quick. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Hey, look, I'm just saying, yeah. When I put it on the air, it's a binding contract, brother. You keep giggling all you want to. I got a list of all the stuff I done tallied up on. You don't look at my list.
Y'all come down there and save me,
y'all. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and then you'll be at the banner drop. I'll ask you one more question. So the first time we won a Super Bowl, we had rings on. They had the banner. Like I said, it was cut short because of the thunderstorm. But they went in the halftime, and they weren't playing very well. And the fans of Philadelphia booed the Eagles off the field. First question, are you pro or anti-booing? Are you like, hey, people are allowed to do what they want to do. They spend their money. Or do you think like, hey, guys, let's try and be positive and not boo? What's your take on the booing?
I'm all for booing.
Okay.
I'm never going to tell anybody not to boo. It's I don't want to get too soft in this city. That's the thing. We still need to let our athletes know, like, listen, you just won a Super Bowl and you did it against the defending champions in beautiful style. So no, you're going to come out and you're going to play these Dallas Cowboys who aren't even a fifth of what that Chiefs team was. And we're going to do the same thing to them. So no, if they aren't doing that, then I fully expect some booing.
I appreciate you because I'm all about the booing. I know for a fact that during the run of the Sixers, even though they only got the second round, the reason they had the best home record in the NBA for a 4-year stretch is because in the first quarter, if they're down 4 points, you get booed at home. And they don't want to hear that. When out on the road, they would give up games and lose leads. If you're at home and you go down 4, the boos start running down upon you. And they don't want to hear it. And it does motivate those guys. I had season tickets, bro. I was there every night. I can see when booing works. When they get down 10 and they start booing and they put their heads down, coach calls a timeout, and they're like, yo, bro, we got to turn this around. You know what I mean? They're going to riot, and they would motivate them. So when I see it in football, I think the same thing. I don't care if it's banner night. I don't care if I was at the Super Bowl. I'm surprised the 4 Chiefs fans and the stadium wasn't booing them, but they were too busy crying, so they had time to boo because they were crying in the stands. So I'm all for booing, but I don't think we're going to be in that situation. But I appreciate you for being on and hanging out with your boy. Where can we get all the Fit Daddy, the jokes, the T-shirts, living the lifestyle? What's the website?
Fit.dad. It's easy. Fit.dad.
Fit.dad. And lastly, you're in shape. I'm in shape. Just because my shape happens to be round, don't make you better than me. Okay. I mean, so some of us out here, you know what I mean? Where's your wife at? Why ain't your wife checking you with all these thirst traps you be randomly dropping on the internet? You know what I mean? I need to talk to her. What she need to do is keep her chocolate at home to herself. I don't need to see all you out here acting like you running and working out and doing stuff. I know what you're doing. Put your little dad bod shirt on and relax, okay? Your name is Fit Dad. We know you're fit. You ain't got to be doing all this. Stick to your little punk jokes, all right?
That is like
I
a
don't need to
drop
feel
in
some
the
sort of way.
bucket of all the dad jokes.
Thanks for coming on, brother, and putting up with me. I appreciate you. Dallas sucks. Go Birds. And back to back, we're going to enjoy our championship. I know the team said they're going to move on, but we are fans and we are champions until somebody else is the champion. So enjoy your season, brother. And I'll see you tomorrow night and can't wait to get the games going. It's going to be a great time.
Yes, sir. I'll see you.